Then I need to have like a certain kind of shirt. Anyway.
You know, Jamie, I was going to say that's a crock, but apparently you're the crock.
Yeah, I don't know how to plug this in.
I got a bright idea for you.
All right. So yes, thank you all for being here. We got a fun day. We'll start with the red carpet. So we are waiting a little bit to find out to make sure that the models, so to speak, are coming down the runway. But until then, what we have in store today is pretty exciting. With there's a lot of awards. There's some good cheer. There's a good message, and then there's that visual is just tough.
See what you miss on Zoom.
And there's going to be a lot of fun and great story. Some of it at the expense of Olivia. So anytime that's the case, it makes it more fun. No, maybe I'm wrong. Are we ready, Toddy?
T, we ready? She's giving instructions.
Models, are you ready?
Yes, we're ready.
We're ready. All right. Holy man, Toddy, you're a little fast this morning. A little fast, but I want to present my friend Mustafa Sanu. Yeah. How close? 80% this time? Okay, I got to 70. I've been working up from about 12. Great. Some fun facts are he can speak 4 different languages. I've actually found out he can speak 5 because he does speak Pirate Jason, which is fantastic. He values his gym routine and loves spending time with his friends and family. He chose KWPR for our New Age Productivity Coaching Program. Let's welcome Lucy. All right, next up is my buddy with the P hat. Call him Brian Amundsen. 3 amazing wife, 3 amazing daughters. He plays guitar in a worship band and loves walleye fishing and golfing. Shows KWPR for our atmosphere, leadership, and growth opportunities of this team. Welcome aboard, Brian. All right, next up is our good buddy Brian. I lied, that was Brian. Somebody's a little asleep today. We got Bryce coming down. And here's the thing, you gotta be very careful about Bryce, because he used to be a police officer. Concerts are his jam, and he loves to travel. Shows KWPR, and this is important to note for all of you who are here as guests or what have you, because Jamie and Olivia are relentless and wouldn't take no for an answer for 2 years. 2 years, and because KWPR has the culture, resources, and the people to bring his business to the next level, which is amazing. All right, one more member of the Integrity Home Group is our newest member of their team, Ryan Beardsley. Come on down. He loves to fish, enjoys time with family, and he races cars, which makes him and Bryce great. One on the side of the road, one on the road. Fun is happening. There he is. With a beard, Beardsley.
That's integrity.
You reconnected. It's integrity.
That's full integrity.
Chose KWPR because of the collaboration and value. All right, next up, Amanda Johnson White. She enjoys being active with family, loves baking, and loves to sit by the beach with a book. And the good news is, we've got a book for her. She chose KWPR because she liked the folks here. Welcome aboard, Amanda.
Thank you.
Just like high school, the girls just want to be weird.
And coming in next, Quincy Jenkins. He owns a small car dealership he resells shoes, and he drives Uber. Chose KWPR, and I know I put some stuff up on the screen, but his note about why he chose KWPR was so good that I had to read the whole thing to all of you. There are many reasons why I wanted to join KWPR, but I'll list my top 3. The main reason that I joined is because of Candace Johnson. I've known Candace for quite a while now, and I wholeheartedly trust her. I've seen her grow from being uncertain about what she wanted to do with her life to becoming a force to be reckoned with in real estate. I have nothing but admiration and respect for who she's become. Wow. I mean, right off the bat, that's amazing. You feel right through it. The second reason I chose KWPR is because ever since I walked through the doors the first time, way before I became a realtor, I felt nothing except warmth, invitation, and a family atmosphere that made me feel like I'd been here forever, and I knew that this was the place for me. You gotta get your picture in there. All right.
That's it, huh?
That is it. So there are some more people who joined us recently who weren't able to make it this morning, including Clint Abel and Sean Bodette of the Integrity Home Group, Denise Jacobson, Riley Keller, Kat Papp, Maria Swanke, and Carter Johnson, who joins Brian Stordal's collaborative group.
All right, well, thank you again. Just want to run through something quick before we jump into the next opportunity here when it comes to the play of the week. So the Y4C2Ts, those of you who are new here, this was created by an ALC back in the 80s, and it's just a belief system. We all need to know what our Constitution is, both personally and professionally, in all of our areas, to be frank, family, spiritually. And this is what we came up with as a collective ALC back in the day. Win-win or no deal. Integrity, do the right thing. Customers always come first. Commitment in all things. Communication, seek first to understand. Creativity, ideas before results. Teamwork, together, everyone achieves more. Trust starts with honesty. Equity, opportunities for all, and success results through people. One of the things I love about this company, it's a company run by agents for agents, and they added equity in 2001 because they just felt something was missing as we've all kind of evolved in our culture. So, thankful, very thankful for that. That being said, I also wanted to add our purpose is to serve agents and impact lives. You all are life impactors. To me, my legacy, if I want to think about my own legacy, would be to see how much I and we as a leadership team could pour into you, to pour into so many other people, because that, to me, that creates the biggest ripple and change in the world. So thank you. And let's give it up for Bryce again. Geez. Well, Bryce has done a lot of things. I don't know if you read the poll. First of all, why do we do Play of the Week? We do Play of the Week so that we know that there's people in our midst. You know, it's not just another agent sitting next to you. These are people that are high-end people that are attracted to the culture that you have helped create. And we've also loved to have a third-party source tell your sphere how great you are without you having to say it. There's a lot of strength in that and a lot of power in that. Bryce's post has already gotten up to 200 or 2,000 plays or views, so that's important. Bryce was just, he just wrapped up year 2 of working with high schoolers and mentoring them. And then he's just done so many other things. The list is probably too long. The list is probably too long. However, just so many things community-based and serving on the city council for Elko, elected to it, which is a big deal. And his real heart is to use this as a platform to see if people want to hear about the gospel, which is a huge deal. So Bryce, thank you for being here, and thank you. Jason, we got some buckets.
You do have some buckets.
Don't kick the bucket.
Don't kick the bucket, and thanks for not having an open cup of coffee, because I just knocked that over. I'm going to start out with my friend Toddy on my right today. Give us a bucket fill.
We are grateful for family.
I like it, especially at this time of year. It's a great message. Stacy.
that we have such a wonderful, caring leadership team. Thanks for Appreciation Day.
But thank you, you're welcome. It was a wonderful event. I love having you here. My good friend Tom?
Grateful for Chad. Greatly appreciated his vulnerability and his challenge to give grace.
Fantastic. Fantastic meeting and a great message from Chad. And Kelly?
I had a different one first, and then they took it away from me and gave me this one. Grateful for Jason Arvidsson. Always keeping a smile on everyone's face.
We do bucket bills, and this is up front counter, and you have the opportunity to put that anytime you pass by. But I do want to take this moment to give anybody an opportunity to shout out somebody else in the Market Center. I don't want to put everybody on the spot. I just want to put all of you on the spot. Have an opportunity to say thank you to somebody if you have a chance to do that. Is there anybody who want to volunteer a thank you to anyone else in this Market Center for helping them out? Mish.
I would like to say thank you to Kelly Arvidsson because she will always answer my questions, no matter what they are. So thank you.
Thank you, Kelly.
I would like to say thank you to Steve for starting Keller.
Important message. Anybody else?
I want to say thank you to Sherry and for everything she's done for us.
That was gonna be mine. And you're one of the very best, Sherry. And we're grateful for everything. And when we asked if we could throw a party or a special happy hour or a pot, no, that's gonna be a lot of work on everybody. They don't get to do that for me. So stay tuned, we will be doing something in January. But thank you. And thanks for giving us a lot of notice, because most people would put in their 2 weeks and leave. And that would put the Market Center in a very sticky, transition period, so thank you.
Brian Stewart.
Just all the ALC for 2024, and just awesome group.
It was a challenging year with a lot of stuff that we put in front of the ALC that we've never had to put or done or put in front of them before, and I think collectively they did a fantastic job helping us navigate through this.
Jason Oliver
Okay, good.
for taking Chandler, one of our interns, under his wing yesterday, bringing him around.
Fantastic. Thank you. Anybody else? Excellent. We can move on.
All right.
Actually, can I add one?
You can.
Misha, thank you for welcoming Kiana so lovingly yesterday. She came home ecstatic and cannot wait to get her license. Thank you.
I want to thank Colin and Olivia for the great happy hour.
You probably got to enjoy it for longer than any of the rest of us, so you're the right person for that message.
We did it with a visit to Victoria and Egan and dinner at 9:30, so she got to enjoy it.
All right, Sherry, I've been saving you.
I want to thank Melanie for blessing me with a poinsettia recently. That was a very nice gift. And I wanted to thank Quincy for his smile because he just brightens my life every time he comes in.
That was total story.
So we have a lot of cappers that we're going to go through because it's been a little bit since we've been able to cover it, but we're going to kick it off with Jason and Brooke Herkamp. We got Colin Manson and Chad Skuzachek. Brian Todd and Zach Vitamin. And Tina Werke. Great job, Tina. Hey, if if you know the marketing department and the tech department, there's a solid chance you can get a customized camera pose. All right. Moving on.
Well, we want to move on and first acknowledge for the month of November listings sold volume. We have Tony, Tina, Krista, Amanda, Megan, and Lisa. Top team listing sold volume. Property, Kelly and the Pirates, and Chad Sklazacek. And top group listing sold volume, HHG, Red Wing Home, Cedar Haven, Janie's home team, Riley home team, Steer and Rude home team, Team Lucky Duck, and the Leisure team. Now, back to top individual agents. Closed volume this time around. Krista, Tony, Ryan, Megan, Laura, Lisa, Molly, Steve, Tina, and Brian. Top team, closed volume, Property, Horns, Kelly, and Chad. Top group, closed volume, HHG, Red Wing Homes, Riley Home Team, Cedar Haven, Team Lucky Ducks, Steer and Rude, Janie's Home Team, Leisure Team, and North Star Commercial Real Estate Advisors. Way to go, everybody. And one other thing we want to recognize is profit share, our big goal for I think it's a little goal, we'll get there. But in 2030 is to have $1 million in profit share going back out to everybody here. That will change lives, will it not?
Yes.
All right, it's already changing there, so let's get going, people. Anyway, it's Brooke, Kristen, David, Janie, Corey, Steve, Kelly, Chad, Amber, and Jeff. Top profit share. And speak on sharing means caring. Jason, what did you have to say?
Means caring. Go ahead and flip that for me. We've decided to move forward with a new award to be awarded to an amazing agent each month, the Legacy Builder. And this is the person who most directly contributes to the recruiting efforts of the office. We're going to recognize them on a monthly basis because building legacies is what we're about. It's important, and building that foundation is huge. And we want to make sure that we acknowledge the people who are doing great things in the Market Center. So with no further ado, Jamie.
Oh, did I win?
You didn't Trying. Jen Schlake. And brought in, we have somebody ready to get started with us, and another couple of referrals as well over the last couple of weeks. So we're really excited for the effort she's putting into that, and we're excited to see you guys all up here in the coming months.
Yeah, and it comes from too the power of sharing posts of what's going on in your market center. You cannot explain culture to people, you can only show it. And by doing so, other people look at that, other agents look at that, and your clients look at that and go, wow, there's a lot going on there, and I'm proud that that's my agent, or I want to know what's going on there, because if we don't do that, where I'm at. So please continue to do that, and Jen is a shining star at that. And our first inaugural Legacy Builder. Awesome. She got to change the life of Pam Rezak. It stays in here for now because I think it's at the end of the week. Another family member. Okay, we already said a little bit because of Brian, because he wanted to hear his name twice. Just kidding. He's like the most humble dude ever, so that's what makes it kind of funny. But so the 2024 ALC again, we started off, we had everything clicking. We're like, okay, we're gonna do this. We got a bunch of people that they invited to the family reunion, and we got everything set up. We were getting our committees going, and then NAR hit with their information. And even though Mo Anderson, who spoke to our ALC for a whole hour and a half, and those of you who don't know Mo Anderson, just please look her up, said it's all about the ALC's business first. Well, with the way everything went down, we called upon them quite a bit, as you'll hear in the story, the soon-to-be bestseller, we dropped off of a lot of the traditional ALC situations so that, because we're taking up way more of their time than we would have hoped, However, I think we would all agree that this market center was way ahead of where it could have been. From what I hear from the LC members, for them having that dialogue early and often and hard conversations, that they were ready for all the changes with no problem. And for them to also with the help of Colin, to come up with a strategy to say, hey, how do we actually take advantage of this opportunity? And those of you who don't know how to do that yet, come talk to me. I'm happy to coach you, share it, consult you on that. Because it is a time to take advantage of it. We do have more people asking for more for their buyer's commission, more for their listings. If you're not, come talk to me. I'd love to help you with that. So that being said, 2024 will go down as a historic year, not just for the industry, but for our ALC. So let's give a round of applause at the end here for Sarah, Kelly, Lisa, Hoagie, Kelly, Shane, Megan, Rudy, and Brian. Seriously, that was a monumental thing, and Michelle Hoagland takes all the credit. Well, let's start by welcoming the next crop of ALC members.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go back to exactly what Mo told us to do, as we hope NARN doesn't happen again. So here we go. Let's save our round of applause until, here, we'll just go like this. We have Sarah Anderson and Lisa Brainer. We have Ryan Custodio and Mikey Hauser. Representing Marshall, all the way from Marshall. We have Candace and Maria. We have Scotty and Tricia. And we have Jen and, geez, Bryce again. Jen and Bryce. This was actually part of the deal, him coming over, was we had to like show his face 3 times per. Well, speaking of faces that you want to see, let's welcome up Brian and Drake.
So we wanted to put together a series of the mortgage approval process and how do you get a mortgage approved? And if for newer agents especially, maybe a little bit more in-depth is we do a mortgage 101, schedule it half hour, and we'll kind of grind through more of the specifics on the topics. But today we wanted to talk about the debt to income ratio. Really, an underwriter in most programs, they just want to make sure the customer can make the monthly payment. Assets in the bank, some of those things are factors, but can they make the monthly payment? All right? And so, as an example, if somebody makes 60 grand a year, all right, that's 5 grand a month. A lot of programs, let's say a program says you can go to 50% debt ratio. All right, 50% of 5 grand is $2,500. That can go towards all your debts. Car, credit card, student loans, and your housing payment. All right, so it's all just combined. All right, the various programs, okay, so FHA, pretty much almost always will go to 45%. And with, you know, good other compensating factors, you can actually get up to 58%. All right, conventional also pretty much you can get to 45, but lower credit scores, maybe not. But they'll pretty much will be able to go up to 50% under that ratio.
And I'm going to talk about VA. So VA is completely different. We don't really deal with DTI when we're talking VA loans. And that's another part of the reason why it's one of the best program out there, is because you get a lot of flexibility. So instead of DTI, we deal with residual income. And so, you know, you got your monthly gross income minus debts, and that's it. And the VA has charts out there that we use. And so, for example, it deals with the location. So like the Midwest, and then it deals with your family size. And so in that example, the family would just have to make over $1,000 in residual income and they would qualify. And so, for the most part, residual income that's the ticket. We've seen in terms of the DTI go all the way up to 70%. So you can see how, that compares to some of these other products out there and how much more flexibility and buying power, VA customers can get. And then now on to USDA. USDA is a little bit different too. It's tighter in general as compared to these other products. And we also have to deal with what's called the front end ratio instead of, right now we're talking about the back end ratio. The front end ratio has to deal with your housing payment. And because it's a zero down loan, it's higher risk. And so that's why the DTI is a lot tighter. So, yeah, that's all we had for you. And we look forward to continuing this series talking about more than just DTI. Next we'll probably talk about the, down payments, for the various products out there. And then we'll talk about FICO scores another time. And so you guys can look forward to that. But like Ryan had mentioned, if you ever want to deep dive on any of this stuff, you can feel free to meet with us and do a Mortgage 101, especially the new agents out there, newer faces. We'd love to get in front of you and meet you and show you what we can do for you.
Awesome.
I heard rates went up a little bit last week. How substantial was that?
They're still basically at 7 or a little bit lower than 7. I'm gonna say one day they went up and 3 days they went down and then one day they went up again, so not substantial at all.
Could you create a chart with the interest rates for all of next year for us?
It's actually on my desk.
Sure. 3%.
Thank you.
Either way you raise high with us, right? And then Brian was once heard. I don't want to be alone. Hey, let's bring up Toddy.
Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Toddy.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Thank you. We just wanted to do a recap on saying thank you for all of your donations towards the program that Jenny so graciously helped with. We were able to serve 78 vets with $50 gift cards, so thank you.
Hey, Toddy, real quick. Yeah, thanks. Jenny, come on up.
Woo!
So this was Jenny's idea last year. Kelly Arvidsson helped her with it last year. And this is something that is super dear to her heart, really in depth. Can you tell us where this all began?
So first off, thank you. The Hastings VA houses 138 residents that switch over time. Every day is a different number. At the time when we first signed up, there were 50, and they're like, how many do you project? And they're like, oh, maybe about 75. So because of your guys' generosity, we were able to give 78 $50 gift cards. We also included a little gift bag for different things, but the reason why this is so important to me is 10 years ago, I lost someone extremely important. He served in Iraq and he was amazing and he came back and he just wasn't, he had PTSD. And so I've been volunteering for the last 10 years at the hospital doing PTS support classes, and it was amazing to be able to give them this gift. So thank you guys for helping me give back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We got a lot of tremendous feedback last week from the town hall, both on Zoom and online, and in here, even some follow-up responses online as well as in person. And and there's so much data, and that's a great thing. So I will definitely have enough to keep me occupied at Christmas break time. And I'm excited to, because 2025 is gonna be a huge year. There's huge opportunity this year. And this is a company built by agents for agents, so we owe it to you and to ourselves to have a world-class calendar. One that you will drop anything to attend to different things, and you will have no problem inviting people to come and see the culture and learn quite a bit. So, thank you. We're honored for getting your feedback, and just like yourselves, with your clients, we know what's of value. However, we need to know what you value before we can share what we can do to help with that.
And we're gonna update, as we mentioned, quarterly on what we're working on, what we've succeeded at, and moving forward. But I think on top of that, I wanna be super clear that we were excited to have you give that feedback. You don't have to hold your feedback to a meeting. Anytime you wanna talk about something, that's what we're here for. We work for you. So we're glad that we got it there. It's a great way to kind of really discuss, even amongst yourselves, what you're seeing. But don't be afraid to come forward at any time with something you want to discuss. That's what we're here for.
Okay, this is so exciting. We have our annual awards that has officially been scheduled for January 31st, 2025. And the theme this year is Night in Nashville. So you can play to this however you want to play to it. It can be, there's really no dress code. It's just in the past, if you've been to the awards, there's typically a theme and we kind of play to it. So feel free to come in your everyday attire, or you can dress like Beyonce or Lainey Wilson or a hillbilly, whatever you want to do. So it's going to be really, really fun. More details to come, but we're so excited. And the entertainment piece this year is going to be a live piano bar show. So that will be really fun. And I don't know how else to explain it except for like this, which is a very poor explanation, but it's like dueling pianos with a solo piano person.
So basically they can play anything we request on the spot.
Yes, yes. So it's very exciting and yeah, it'll be great. Oh.
And just in case anybody Olivia and Colin have opted to model some clothing for us. You will have to bring your own donkey.
I have one. Oh, I thought it was a dog. I have a donkey, I'll bring it.
There will be no donkey.
I didn't know.
I don't know. A lot of people have told me, Olivia, that I'm a bit of a donkey. All right.
Thank you.
With that in mind, hey, thanks, by the way, the battery's going dead, and that's okay, because there's not a whole lot left that I have to click through, but you just so you know. We want to take a minute, and I want to kind of have Melissa come up and talk a little bit about this with me, but we wanted to really recognize Will Bishop, who has been. Why don't you come and tell us a little bit more about it, because I understand it, but I'm not good at talking about it.
We can talk about it together.
Yes, so he, it's not an award, it's a
It's a scholarship program.
scholarship called the Pathway to Achievement
And a
through
leadership
SPAR.
development program. So when you read into the fine details of your emails that you get from NAR and from the Minnesota Association and SPAR, every now and then you'll see little opportunities where you can apply, you can volunteer, and it was a little bit of a collaborative effort here to make sure that there were a couple of people at KWPR apply for this. It was a fairly extensive application process. There were interviews with me, there were references that I had to write. Will did an exceptional job on his Zoom interview. And as a benefit, he and I together will be doing a mentoring program once a week with diversity, equity, inclusion, leadership opportunities at the Minnesota Association. And as the greatest benefit to him, he gets all of his dues paid for. So next year, yes, he also gets free continuing education, free access to the State Association of Realtors Convention. So next year when you see those leadership opportunities pop by, don't pass over them. We're very proud of Will.
Congratulations, Will Bishop. Now, everybody who's been here before saw the couch today, and I know one person's immediate reaction was, oh my God, that thing again? And for the rest of you, we know that it's an exciting time as we bring forth the ghost of Market's future. Come on down.
Thanks for having me, everybody. Thanks for having me. I actually saw a ghost of Christmas, or of TL's past with Melissa here today. Well, hey, gather around, kids, come on, come gather around. Where you at, Misha, you would do it? All right.
There's Will!
Welcome, right?
Your consequence for being late is you have to sit on the floor.
Right here, no, right here, right here.
Oh, look at it.
We're celebrating you and your fine accomplishment and pathways to achieve that.
Oh, thank you. He will be on the pathway.
I'm here to report that you found your destiny. Well, I want to share a very special Christmas message from a long time ago when I was still a handsome lad. I might add. It was a time filled with great uncertainty and change that you overcame. We have been sharing this message in our market center for 30 years. To remind realtors that they too can face adversity and collaborate to overcome like you did. Congrats! Let's get on with the dang poem. Welcome, young woman. Lassie, lass. Who knows? Okay. 'Twas the night before the settlement when we could show buyers any old house before even meeting them with just one click of the mouse. Longer listing times gave our agents quite the scare. Not selling it in a week just seemed way too unfair. Our sellers nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of price reductions danced in our heads. Unknown, our settlement changes left us all with a blank map of how we will need to soon navigate. We're sick of this crap. Without in the news, there arose such a clatter. Agents sprang to the market center to see what was the matter. Away to the training room they flew like a flash. Door opened their social media, their teeth started to gnash. No commissions on the MLS, but even more dire, I have to have a contract before showing a home, even if it's my mom is the buyer. What will I do now with my seller's presentation? What do agents do who do not have our collaboration? When what, to my wondering eyes, did appear? But Olivia arrived and took swift action to quell the fear. With a new cherry red Porsche, like the sleigh of Saint Nick. She flies into the parking lot, get the hell out of her way quick.
So true. Out of the way.
Can you pipe down back there, Move Jamie to Chief Value Officer to help our agents to a larger degree, although I won't ever find a team leader as handsome as he. That remains truth to my day. Although there's been some great ones, just not as high as handsome on the KPA. Activate the ALC to brainstorm and redirect our aim. She whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Sarah, now Lisa, now Kelly, Jay, and Rudy. On Megan, on Shane, on Brian, Kelly A, and Hoagie. 2 emergency meetings to be it on call. Now dashboard away, dashboard away, dashboard away all. Mo Anderson instructed them that our ALC's business comes first. But that was before Narn took a turn for the worst. Thanks to the ALC, our agents gained an advantage and lessened their fear, putting worries of the NAR changes in the rear view mirror. Their policies led the framework of a solid foundation and kicked off Melissa's world tour of preferred NAR certification. Other than that, the year blew by like a breeze, as I held many events to show off my fancy charcuterie cheese. I am blessed to represent KWPR as the regional director in-house, and proud to show the region how cool it is to tuck in only 1/2 of my blouse. Even at the tilt of my day, it looks like a drunk person when they do that. Young whippersnapper. The year started fun with the Speakeasy Awards night bet. Mel and Tony Robbins at Family Reunion helped us properly adjust our mindsets. We came back from Las Vegas with so many new answers. We also came back with Jason Arvidsson as the KWPR dancers. It's an inspiration I don't know if Tony Robbins wants to know he had. With the changes forthcoming, Gary made it quite clear that articulating your value is by far the biggest theme of the year. Value squared, a rewrite of bold, and a new flag in the ground. Because Gary knew growing your market share, when all said and done, is the most profound. HHG and Lisa Brainer's People's Group flew to the top of the regional chart. It proves following models and systems are most attractive if we consistently do our part. We added carnivals and luau's, more fun for one and all. We all joined Brian Stordahl for some mean pickleball. We added Grace for our marketing, Karina MCA. We welcome back Toddy, where she added our main man Gus to the fray. I'm especially proud of our culture of giving, raising money for hurricane victims and helped loved ones provide for their living. Sock drives, coat drives, gift cards for vets help spread Christmas cheer. And we'll never forget the openness of Chad Sklzacek making us all shed a tear. While I know we're better off for the changes the settlement brought out of both you and me, but let's not do this again. I'd rather have a colonoscopy. I cracked you up. So, as it turns out, there was nothing to fear. The media hype, as usual, was wrong. It turned out to be a very special year. Olivia worked so hard. Santa knew what she needed, or that she needed more play. He gave her a puppy. Her heart grew 3 sizes that day. Then Olivia sprang to her Porsche sleigh, shot out of the parking lot like a missile, giving all traffic laws a complete and total dismissal. But I heard her exclaim as she screeched out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all. I believe we all got it right."
Hey, I just want to kind of go over what we've got going on for the rest of the day today. Here, right around the time we finish this, we're going to start the jingle and mingle opportunity for the potluck. Have some appetizers and desserts. Following that is the cookie exchange, and then following that is the Secret Santa bit, if you're involved in that. We're gonna do some great stuff here along the side to get ready for the potluck, as you recall. So if we can make sure that we keep this area kind of clear so people can move through, and that would be great. And I want to talk a little bit about this before he gets started, because I had the opportunity to hear a little bit about Jamie's Christmas message before. Sometimes we kind of bounce these ideas off of each other. And this is one that when he presented it to me, I literally have lived my entire life without knowing this, and it was astounding to me when he revealed it. And then I had the opportunity to kind of see what he was talking about, and I just found it fascinating. So I hope I'm not overbuilding that, Jamie, but if you wouldn't mind letting us all in on this.
Thanks for that. So here's what we wanted to share here real quick. I know it's only a cartoon, so to speak, right? Some of you heard some of this already. I just want to talk about I don't know if there's anyone who doesn't know who this is. Linus, this is a security blanket, more so an insecurity blanket. We all have insecurity blankets that we have, whether we know them or not, right? Charles Schultz was very, very careful with a lot of things he did and how it was portrayed. There's only 2 times that he had Linus let go of his blanket. Other than, like Jason pointed out, he might set it down quick to make a couple snowballs and then use the blanket, right? But for me, this is one thing, this is when he was talking about the meaning of Christmas. And for those of you who are Christ followers, this is part of the angle, but if there's a piece of this faith that you have that's different than that, please put that in your perspective. And so this is in Luke, when he was talking about the angels appearing in front of the shepherds. And why did the angels, first of all, this might be a sidetrack, but why did the angels, the significance of him appearing in front of those shepherds is when those shepherds knew, well, those shepherds were attending the flock in Bethlehem back then. I don't know if it's still true to this day, but that is where they bring the lambs that are perfect for sacrifice. And so when they talked about swaddling in a manger a baby's born, that just meant so much to the people of the Jewish faith then. Like, what? So the shepherds, why appear the shepherds? So the shepherds knew immediately the significance of what's going on. Because that to them, that's a physical, human form of that. So the point is this: whatever your faith is, he drops it when he says, "Fear not." Okay? In that scripture, in different scriptures of different religions, there's talk about fear not. Fear not, basically in general, is in the scripture 365 times. Point is, that sometimes we got to count more on our faith. We might only see what our headlights are in front of us. It might be the only distance we can see. We have to have faith that as long as we're doing what we can in the present, that we will get to where we need to go. So, fear not. So once you put his faith into something bigger than him, again, whatever your religion or non-religion, something bigger than you, once you do that on a consistent basis, we lose an amount of fear.
Amen.
And with that gratitude, one of the, I think I mentioned this before, but one of the twins at a fellowship of Christian athletes event, one of the twins' pitchers, he's a left-handed pitcher for those of you who follow baseball, and so that means he came into the game to take try to get out their best left-handed hitters, and he used to start worrying and freaking out by the time he got to the mound. He changed his viewpoint. He realized that if he was just so thankful every step until he got there, even if it's the best hitter in the world and everything on the line and for his career's on the line, he just thanked was thankful for everything around him. If you have 100% gratitude, there's no room for any fear. There's nothing. It's just like dark and light. Darkness is only available if there's no light. So it's in the absence of light. Fear is in the absence of gratitude. Think about it. Okay. And here's the other time. This is when he truly let go, walked away, and was rejoicing with his friends. The point is, the biggest point about this is, when we help other people, we forget about our insecurities. We forget what's troubling us. We're focused on them, right? It was so beautiful what Jenny had to say about her friend Sebastian. When she's doing that, that's one of the ways of she's putting her blanket of whatever is her comfort into other people that were in Sebastian's boat. So I just want to encourage you this holiday season to lean more into what your faith is. Have more gratitude so fear cannot penetrate. And look to do some things for other people, and we forget our own problems. That's the story. So if you get to watch this, I still don't understand the pig pen thing. The guy's always so dirty. I don't know what he was thinking when he did that, but maybe there's a story within that. But yeah, just encourage y'all to enjoy Jingle Mingle today, cookies, and just want to say we love you. And
Love you.
do the things and the stuff.
All right, great.
Thank you.
Another one.